Hi everybody, thanks for volunteering for Vacation Bible School. We're really excited as we go to Everest this year, where we learn to conquer challenges with God's mighty power. And I'm Lisa, this is Carrie.
And I'm Carrie.
Hello. And we're so glad that you're willing to volunteer this year for VBS. Thank you for giving 4 nights to change a kid's life forever. Hopefully this video will give you the information that you need to know before we start VBS, which is coming very soon. So sit back, get a cup of coffee, or a Coke, or an iced tea, if you're Carrie, and enjoy the information. Hopefully you'll have enough information to know what we're going to do.
Welcome to VBS. Yep, get ready for a wild and wonderful week. But more than anything, you're going to have fun. Plus, you get the privilege of seeing kids grow in their relationship with God. Over the years, Groups VBS consistently rates #1 in customer satisfaction. Well, that just means you and your peers tell us you're having a great experience with Group. For the next few minutes, we'll outline why we think that is. So we've compiled a few tips from our crew that created and tested this VBS. Over the years, we've learned what will make your experience and your kids' experience the best. Our team has been there and done that, and here's our best advice.
First, follow the program as it's written. The activities in each leader manual have been tested, tweaked, and retested with real kids and real teachers to make them the best for you. You have our guarantee that these directions are the best way to lead your station. Your station leaders will love our field test findings. These are things we discovered, well, sometimes the hard way, at our field test. They let you know what to do and what not to do. Remember, we've made the mistakes so you don't have to.
Be sure to say the Bible point each day. Each day, everything focuses on one easy-to-remember Bible point. The idea is that kids have one solid, simple Bible truth to take home and put into practice. Hearing you say the Bible point helps kids remember it and understand it. And when kids shout back their response, "Hold on!" you can be sure they're engaged and solidifying the Bible point.
God has the power to provide. Hold on!
I've come in at the end, so I've heard what the basic message was of that day, and they get it.
Be a great leader by learning and using kids' names. When someone calls you by name in a kind way, you feel that they care. It really is a simple way to make kids feel special. Each day, your goal is to speak each child's name in love. What a powerful and easy way to show God's love. By the way, the small mixed-age crews ensure kids will hear their names in a loving way each day. We've built it into the program.
Next, be sure to participate. You didn't come to VBS to stand around and talk with other adults. Get involved in the games. Sing out loud during sing and play. Get into the Bible adventures. During discussion times, share your own thoughts and insights. When kids hear your own stories of how God has made a difference in your life, we promise that makes an impact on the kids.
Circle up. In most stations, you'll have a time for discussion and sharing. That's the time for your crew to form a small knee-to-knee circle. Wait until your crew members are circled up before beginning the discussion time. Leaders across the country have tried this and found that it really does make a difference. Station leaders encourage crew leaders to make discussion circles before you continue. Make circling up part of the fun. One crew leader always placed their hat in the circle center for everyone to surround. In a crew circle, kids and leaders are focusing on each other. The discussion is lively and everyone is engaged. Take a few extra seconds so you can get face-to-face with kids in your crew. It really helps.
It's not good enough to just sit in a circle. If you really sit knee to knee and circle up and look in each other's eyes, the whole dynamic changes. It's so much more engaging than everybody just kind of sitting whichever way they want to and pretending to be engaged.
Station leaders, call on crew leaders to lend a hand. If people are talking when you want to give instructions, just say, Crew leaders, let's make sure everyone can hear these instructions. Or, if you see that kids are distracted with their sciencey fun gizmos during Bible adventures, say, crew leaders, let's move all of your crew bags and fun stuff to the wall. Remember, each crew leader is responsible for 5 kids. If each one lends a hand, your job is a snap. Listen up. As you can see, there's a lot going on at VBS, so be sure to listen up. Station leaders may need help getting kids to tune in or stop one activity and begin another. So be sure to listen to the station leaders so you can help kids with each activity.
Thanks for giving your time and energy to show kids God's love. You're making a difference in the lives of kids and adults in your community. It's our prayer that you see God transform your church through VBS.
So I'm going to talk to you guys for just a second about our Bible buddies and kind of our content and our theme for each night. Every day, we're going to be introduced to a brand new Bible buddy. Day 1, you're going to meet Climber. He's a little leopard. He's adorable. And he teaches us that God has the power to provide. That is our Bible point for day 1. Now, I had to back up for just a second because every night when you hear the Bible point, you're going to be introduced to it in our opening session, and then you're going to hear it periodically throughout the night. And throughout the week, our Bible points will just add on to them. We'll have a new Bible point every day. Every day when you hear the Bible point, you are going to give yourself a big giant hug, and you're going to respond with a hold on. And we think that that's a little bit silly, but that's all right. That is the response that was designed for our curriculum. And we really want to stay true to what was written. So
And we really want kids to know that they can hold on to God in all situations.
Yeah,
and
when
that's
you
what
really
makes them able to conquer challenges.
Yeah, when you think about kind of the theology behind that is that God has the power to provide. And so the thing that we're holding on to is Jesus, of course. So day 1, we meet Climber, and he teaches us that God has the power to provide. Hold on. And day 2, when you come to VBS, you will meet Cliff. Cliff teaches us that God has the power to comfort. Hold on. Day 3, we'll meet Mallory. Mallory teaches us that God has the power to heal. Hold on. Day 4, we will meet Pike. Pike teaches us that God has the power to forgive. Hold on.
Our volunteers are kind of separated into 2 main categories. We have station leaders, who are people that actually teach the various stations that the kids will rotate through, and crew leaders. And crew leaders are responsible for shepherding small groups of kids throughout the VBS night. Our program is designed that you will act as a crew leader who is a responsible, we hope, adult that accompanies a group of approximately 5 kids to each activity station. Your crew will be part of a larger color group. So I kind of consider it that your crew is your nuclear family and the color group is your extended family. And you will move together to the various stations each night.
So I'm going to talk for just a minute about your daily schedule. Every day, or every evening I should say, at Vacation Bible School, we will begin at Sing and Play Base Camp. Picture this as like the base camp of Mount Everest. We're just getting ready together to embark on this awesome adventure. After Sing and Play Base Camp, you will then break off into your color groups and you'll be rotating through 5 stations, including Games, Snack, Bible, Imagination Station, and KidVid. We'll talk a little bit more about those in a few minutes. But then at the very end of the night, we'll gather all back together again at the Summit closing celebration. And so you can picture that is like we've reached to the top of our trek for the day, and our adventure for the evening at least is coming to a close. And so we'll gather together. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your day. What does your evening look like every day at VBS? We want to start off first by letting you know that Monday only, we would like to offer a volunteer dinner. This is a time for us last minute to kind of come together as a team of volunteers and your children, of course, those of you who have children coming, right before our program launches. If you can, we would invite you to join us from 4:30 to 5:15 for a pizza dinner and a quick kind of prayer time. We're also going to have a chance at that time for any last minute questions that you might have, and we really hope you can join us. Again, that's Monday only, pizza dinner, 4:30 to 5:15. And that would be Monday, June 22nd. So now we'll kind of get into the normal schedule every day. Please arrive ready to go no later than 5:30 p.m. We normally have children arriving by 5:45, and if you're going to be late, it's really important that we have that information. Please make every effort to notify Lisa or Carrie, myself, and we're going to provide our numbers at the end of this video. When you do arrive, please check in at the registration table in the lobby. You'll probably see one of us running around, so don't look for us. But check in at the registration table for, you'll probably see Miss Jill. If you could check in there, that helps us know that all of our volunteers are here and that all of our participants will actually have supervision. It's important that we know that. If you're a crew leader, after you check in, you will find in the lobby your assigned crew bag. It's going to look like a little black duffel bag like that. And you'll also find a corresponding crew sign, which I think we left in the other room. But we have crew signs that will have your color and your number. These bags will hold all of your crew's gadgets and gizmos from Imagination Station. They'll hold hand sanitizer for the snack station, as well as your daily schedule and any other important information. Please be sure to read the daily announcements and then also return your crew bags to the same location every night so that we can restock them for you for the next day. You'll then proceed into the worship center, or the sanctuary, as some of us still like to call it, where you'll wait for your crew members to come find you. Our program begins at 6 p.m. sharp and it runs till 8:30 p.m. We'll begin each day, like I said, at base camp to start our adventure at the bottom of Mount Everest. Here, the kids are going to be introduced to our Bible buddy, which I spoke about a few minutes ago. We'll introduce our daily Bible point, our Bible memory verse, as well as sing some high energy songs designed to help them get their wiggles out and get us ready to learn how to conquer challenges with God's mighty power.
I'm going to talk a little bit about our Vacation Bible School offering this year. Every year at VBS, the kids collect money that goes to an offering project that we choose. This offering is designed to go out into the mission field and is not used to offset the cost or fund our VBS program in any way. This year's offering project is going to support the rebuilding efforts in Nepal. 100% of the funds raised will be channeled through Nazarene Compassionate Ministries work in Nepal. Information will be sent home to the participants to go to their parents with further details about this project as we get closer to VBS.
Okay, so here's a little bit about some of the other stations you're going to visit each night. After Sing and Play Base Camp, you're going to travel, not necessarily in this order, but you're going to travel to stations like games, high energy team building games with a tie-in to the daily Bible story and the Bible point. Please plan to participate as much as you're physically able. Games are fun! That's right. And then at snack, we have Chef Ann, who will be preparing tasty treats to nourish our tummies. This rotation serves as a really great time for you to connect with your crews. Remember to use their first names a lot. In the video that you saw previously, they talk a little bit about using the snack time to circle up, and that is not just a suggestion, but they literally want you to circle up with your kids, knee to knee, so that you can kind of have those nice, good moments.
And this is that time to speak their name in love, too, where you really can connect to them. It's a really important time with the kids.
Yeah. KidVid is a fairly new addition to our VBS program. These videos feature real-life children. They're living out their faith and they're discovering God's mighty power in their lives. So we hope you'll enjoy the KidVid station. We also have a Bible adventure station, and that's one of the favorite of all the kids for sure. Miss Jill for elementary and Miss Megan for preschool bring the Bible to life. I said it backwards. Miss Jill for preschool and Miss Megan for elementary help bring the Bible to life with these engaging, hands-on Bible experiences. Kids have a great time in Bible. Imagination Station is also fairly new. This is a hands-on experiential station complete with gadgets and gizmos that the kids will get to take home to help them remember the day's Bible point, and then also to physically demonstrate with their family and friends how there's like a little object lesson to illustrate God's power. So it's different than Craft Station. Imagination Station also kind of implores you to help interact with your kids and get your hands in there. So lots of fun at Imagination Station. Summit Celebration is where we end our evening back together, where we kind of do a brief recap of the night, and then we sing a little bit more before we close. And then we go and we crash at home so that we can do it all again on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So we have 2 simultaneous programs running at the same time, a preschool program for all students who have not entered kindergarten yet, and then a separate program running for elementary students, kindergarten through 5th grade. They run simultaneously, and some of the activities are embedded together, but also there are parts that are running separately. There's an individual preschool Bible place, preschool games, and preschool KidVid, and preschool Imagination Station. The elementary kids have their same program running on the other wing of the church. Each station lasts about 20 minutes, and then we'll rotate, and we have an amazing rotation signal that we use. It's really, really important that we don't rotate early, especially to make sure that important lesson that's going on in Bible doesn't get cut short. So you wait for this amazing signal.
That's right.
Before you rotate.
Just real quick too, just to refresh, I probably didn't show you this, but here's your schedule. It's going to look something like this. It does give times, and like Lisa said, we're going to try our best to stick to 20-minute rotations. That's an approximation. But again, we ask that you not take it upon yourselves as crews and crew leaders or station leaders to decide when to leave the room. So really wait for that important signal. The signal works well, you just have to listen for it. Lisa, do you want to tell them the signal?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Rotate! Time to rotate!
That's the signal. You'll hear Lisa and I traveling through the building, giving you a verbal cue, rotate, time to rotate. And again, we're sensitive to the most important stations, mainly the Bible story and those stations that are really trying to have kind of intimate moments, really driving home the Bible point and the Bible story of the evening. So.
As far as some of the clerical stuff we need to have done, every worker that's working with our kids needs to have a background check. These need to be done by Sunday, June 21st. All we need is a copy of your driver's license. And if you provided it last year, you're good to go. They're good for 2 years. But we need to make sure that's taken care of. If you're not sure, please ask Carrie. She has it all on record. We'll be completing our Day 5 activities during the Sunday morning services. We'll offer both services. The kids will come up front. They'll share a little short recap of what's happened. We'll take our last offering, and then the kids will go back during the normal Sunday school activity to do their Day 5 Bible activity and tie up everything that's left that we need to finish. So it's kind of a fun way for us to close and have everybody come back to church and share with our church family on Sunday as well. Our goal for our kids is to have them experience God in a very loving, relational way. We want them to have fun and really come to a life-changing relationship with Jesus. That's our whole point. And we need to make sure that we have that experience for all kids. And so we have some things we need to make sure that the kids follow. Carrie will always give 3 rules at the beginning of every night that give kids kind of guidelines to follow. They're very simple. But your job is to be loving, energetic, and connected to your kids. Give them clear boundaries. Make sure they know that we expect them to be involved, to participate, but do that in a loving way. Don't let kids disrupt lessons. Make sure they're participating but not distracting other people. If there's a situation where a student really isn't able to participate, especially in the preschool situation, we have options. Please bring them to me. They can walk around with me during that station. We have a preschool classroom sometimes we can use. So make sure that the experience is to the advantage of all kids. If you set a good expectation and participate and are all in, they will be too. This is really important. If you have a really rough night with a child, it's okay. But the next day, come back, start fresh, give them a fresh start, let them know that you love them still, that God loves them still, and we're starting over. Some of these kids have really rough days, and they may have had a really rough day all day, and it might be really hard for them to come at night for 2.5 hours and do a great job. We want to love them and love them and love them. And if there's something that happens that's really tough, come get me, I'll support you. Come get Carrie, we'll take care of the situation, but the next day, we're gonna bring them back with open arms, love them, and make sure that they know that it's all fresh and new. It's really important. In the individual stations, please be sure that you're participating. It's not time to stand back and talk to the other adults. It's not time to go hang out or be on cell phones. Really be 100% in the whole time. It's really important. Your moment with these kids could make a difference for eternity for them. And that's such an important job, and we want to make sure that we take it seriously. I really, really appreciate your willingness to jump in, to give your time, and to join us on our ministry. And please let us know if we can help in any way.
So just a few things we want to touch on, some final kind of safety measures. Again, Lisa talked briefly a little while ago about the importance of background checks. Very, very important that you get those in. It's as simple as giving us a photocopy of your driver's license, which we can do right here in the church office. Again, if you did it last year, you're good to go. They are good for 2 years, but it's important we have that done. Being part of the red shirt team is great because we give you a red volunteer shirt that helps identify to all the students and all of our guest parents that we've all been approved to help supervise your kids and help your kids engage in a great VBS experience. Our program is designed that you will never have moments alone one-on-one with a student. That's a good thing. That's keeping great safety parameters for both students and both for you. So of course there's going to be moments throughout the week that you might have students who need to use the restroom or need to go get a drink of water. We just ask that you employ the buddy system. For younger students, that will require, more than one buddy. We go as a group or a group of 2 or 3 and an adult going with them. That may mean at that time that you have to ask another crew leader within your color group to supervise a couple of your kids while you're taking some to the restroom. One final safety measure we have is our checkout procedure. Check-in procedure happens pretty smoothly with our registration table every night. The kids will again enter the building and come and find you in your assigned spot in the worship center. And that's where you are to remain so that when the kids come in, they stay with you and then they're in your care until our evening is over. For checkout, what we ask is that we hold our parents at the back of the worship center or the sanctuary while we're finishing up our closing celebration. And then when it is, when the evening is completely done, we ask the crew leaders to stand in the pews and we ask the children to remain seated. At that time, we invite the parents to come into the worship center to collect their children. The children need to be dismissed by you. So they don't leave the pew and run and go find their parent, but we specifically have the parent come to you. You make eye contact with the parent so that you know you're handing off the right child to the right grown-up. Once you've done that, then we will consider that child kind of released to their parents' care at that point. And that goes for volunteer children as well. So some of us that are serving in other roles might have little ones. For example, my little guy's 7. I won't want him released to himself. That could be disastrous. So make sure that you're making eye contact with the parent. Exchanging a verbal thank you would be even better, a couple words. But we dismiss directly from the sanctuary only to the parents or the adult or guardian that dropped the child off. lastly, our preschoolers, we're going to invite to sit in the front 2 pews. This will be clear on our opening night. We will have specific pews and rows for you to sit in with your groups, but we ask that the front 2 pews, all the way across the whole platform or the whole sanctuary, be saved for our youngest, littlest participants.
And we actually have them sit in the second row back because we found that if they're in that very front pew, the stage is very, very, very compelling for them. So if we have them sit 1 row back, then it really
Sort of
keeps them contained, and it
serves as a safety barrier. Yeah, serves as a safety barrier. So look for your assigned rows to sit on our opening night. And then lastly, in closing, June 21st, that's Father's Day, Sunday, June 21st, is the day that we will put your red shirt in your hand. So if you're in town that day, come see Lisa and I. Will be available in the lobby. You'll see us with a big box of red shirts. We'll give you your red shirt that day. And we will also clarify your specific assignment. So what is your actual crew color and what is your number? So you'll get those things on Sunday, June 21st. If you can't be here Sunday, June 21st, by all means, send an email to the church office. Again, Sherwin will post up our phone numbers and our email addresses at the end of this video if you have any questions in the meantime.
And remember, hopefully you'll be able to join us for dinner again on the Monday night, and as we kind of can gather together and have a time of corporate fellowship and prayer before our kids come in and join us on this journey. So thank you again for volunteering.
All right.
Thank you for listening to our video. And
go VBS.